Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Basement Card Collector. Today's video is going to be a recap from my recent stop to my local card shop. I didn't spend a lot of time or a lot of money in this recent trip, but I wanted to show some things that I did have, some really cool pickups, and it should be a pretty short video as well. So joining us here on the stage, Mr. Andre Dawson. A really cool 68 Ernie Banks, and yes, sadly that does say manager and it is sadly on the card. But we picked it up super cheap because of it. And one of my most excellent pickups at the same card shop, Mr. Johnny Bench on the 69 Topps. One of those cards that I'm still just in disbelief that I own, okay? Johnny Bench 69 Topps Gold Cup. Start off with a couple cool things that really have piqued my interest here lately. I found this on either 2 trips ago or last trip, but he had a 5,000 count box sitting kind of hidden with all types of these little gems. Call them box sets, Fleer box sets, mostly Fleer made, these 44 card sets. And this card shop gave them to me for $1 a piece. I just think that is worth it. And I picked up this one, the Superstars. We picked up this, which was kind of beat up. Actually, very beat up, but it was also the only one of its kind. The 87 Baseball's Fleer Award winners with trading cards matching stickers. So stickers and obviously the cards. We jumped away from the Fleer for a second. Kmart Baseball Superstars, 33 cards, and again for $1. And then we hit up the Toys R Us, 1991 Toys R Us, and wait for it, the 1990 version. So I believe I now have 89, 90, and 91. So I picked up 5, we'll call them the box sets. Pretty easy pickup for me. And then also for those of you that have been watching, thank you, 1, and 2, I will make those into the YouTube shorts of each little set to see if they're in there. Right now I'm just hoping that all of the cards are there. I have not actually opened them, but for $1 I'm just interested, and that's just all there is to it. So I will make those into 5 YouTube shorts coming up soon. So again, $1 a piece. He also, at this card shop, has a big wall of sets. I also am a set collector, not just the box sets, but I do love Topps mainly, but I do have a small run of Fleer. I believe I have 1981 to 1994. I have a Donruss run, which is kind of shoddy, spotty here and there. I'm working on an 84. I have 87 through 94. I have an Upper Deck, I believe it's 89 to 94. And I have a ton of these just oddball little sets as well. Classic, Force Sport, the Deck of Card Game, just millions of those little sets. But I'm also my favorite is Topps. So he had a box like this. It was just marked 1996 Topps. And so what you have inside, of course, it's a 440 card set. I thought, Now I did thumb through them and they were not in number order, and they were not, I did see duplicates, so I knew it wasn't the whole set, but I also thought, man, I think I need the 96 Topps. I have not finished it. So I did bring that home. I did put that in order since I've been to the card shop. What I found out was it was mostly Series 2, which was really cool because what I had was a large chunk of Series 1, and I put those together, and with my stack that I had, with the box that I bought, I'm now missing 50 cards, and I have not really dug through many things, but just for the cards that I had assembled, I'm missing 50 of the 1996 Topps set. So what you see here is I have it marked as set number 2. Why would I do that, you say? Because when I got home, I looked on my shelf. I already had it. Here's the 96 Topps. all 440 cards. And if you have not seen this, or this is kind of new to you, if you look in the backdrop there, it's like the run of Mickey Mantle cards with Kirby Puckett and Tony Gwynn, kind of like the lead spokesman, but there's the 52, the 53. So anyway, I have the 96 set, and now I'm 50 cards away from finishing off set 2, which I will dig around and hopefully get those figured out also. He got that whole box, he gave me that whole box, I got it for 10 bucks. I thought that was fair. So now I'm almost there on my second set. And now, let me show you, I did pick up a couple cards, a couple singles. And I'm gonna start with how awesome, I'm gonna work up to my favorite ad of this trip to this card shop not too far from me. So I bought 4 singles in 4th place for total coolness. I can't believe this is number 4, but if you've been watching my videos for a minute now, when I go to this card shop, I almost always buy a set. Buy sets all the time, and I've been picking up these dollar box sets, but I try to get a set or a chunk of cards for my set. I bought 78 tops, which I need to put those in order as well. But my last 3 or 4 trips, I've been trying to pick up a vintage card of the greats. And so that Johnny Bench was one of those trips. And if I can get these on the stage here, check out what we brought home in 4th place in my trip this day. How about this? A Tony Perez Gold Cup. Got the very young Tony Perez, first baseman for the Reds, on a 66 tops. And that's some crud on the case, but a Gold Cup of Gold Cups, 1960, what do we say? 66 Tony Perez. And I'll be honest, I don't remember if that was the actual price or not, but I thought, man, I'm gonna get that. It's just an excellent card to go with. So that would be, and I think Tony Perez had a rookie card, but I think it was a shared card. You guys could correct me if I'm wrong there, but I think he has a duo card or maybe one of those 4-headed monster cards. I don't remember. But Tony Perez in 4th place. In 3rd place, this is a card that would be easily the leader of the pack until we get to the top. But check out what my 3rd favorite card bring home on this trip was also. Come on, Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan Gold Cup, 66 tops, 2nd base. Look at that trophy. Look at that look. Just a very young Joe Morgan. He doesn't even know what he's about to get into. He's about to be an MVP player. He's going to be the Big Red Machine, World Series champ, Hall of Famer. One of the better second basemen ever to play, and here he is, just a young kid. He has 176 hits to his career and 14 home runs to his totals. And come on, Joe Morgan Gold Cup. So we're talking a Tony Perez, just added Joe Morgan, and if you sneak back to Mr. Johnny Bench, there's 3 of the Big Red Machine right there, sitting on my desk. Come on, Joe Morgan. I'll be honest, I don't know how to split these 2 cards up, but the next 2 cards, I could say they're tied for first, but I have to show them in an order. So in 2nd place, come on, 2nd place, look at this. Stan the Man. Stan the Man, 58 All-Star card. I have one. And again, I don't remember the price, and if it was 10 bucks, fine, but I don't think it was. That thing is really well centered. I can't believe I have one. I think I have one of the shiny type Topps Archives card. I'm holding a Stan Musial. Okay, that's my first and only Stan the Man. I mean, come on. This is number 2, people. Look at this. Tony Perez, Joe Morgan Gold Cup, Stan Musial. Oh, mercy. Okay. And I have to be honest, I can't believe I have a Stan Musial. Okay, I'm just letting that soak in still. Check out what I'm gonna call first place for this video, and it means no disrespect to the other 3 cards. Look what we came home with. if I can get this Perez here. Stan the man, Joe Morgan, Tony Perez, and look at this. Come on! Come on! Tom Seaver, 68 tops. Whew. I can't believe it. We're talking one of the greatest pitchers ever. And here he is, just a youngster. Look at that. He has 16 wins right out of the gate, 170 strikeouts. Just a great card. It goes into that category of, I'm like, no way do I have a card that early, a real playing days card of Tom Seaver, and I brought it home on the same trip. So I could have gone either way for the Musial, the Tom Seaver being number 1, 1A, 1B. The Joe Morgan is awesome. And I love Tony Perez. That guy was an RBI machine. Joe Morgan, I have a Stan Musial. I'm super pumped to get those to the collection. So again, just a pretty quick trip. I didn't even spend all that much time in there, and I didn't even spend that much money, which is even better. And I just kind of keep knocking off one of those Hall of Famers, all-timer type folks that I just can't believe I have. So I'm still building, I'm building a 96 top set, but I'm also super pumped to have a Tom Seaver 68. And I'm a Cubs fan, but I love the idea of having a Stan Musial. Joe Morgan, I mean, I'm a Ryan Sandberg guy, but I know how good Joe Morgan was. And so Tony Perez, he was a teammate of Andre Dawson. He was a Marlins executive back in those Marlins, like the late 90s Marlins team that won a couple World Series. And so Tony Perez and Andre Dawson were like in the front office together, and that's where they got a World Series ring. Later played for the Expos. Just a bunch of cool connections here. So that's it. We picked up some dollar box sets. I do enjoy those. We got a chunk of 96 tops, which later found out I already had the set, but I'm going to work on it anyway. And then we picked up 4 all-timers: Tony Perez, Joe Morgan, Stan the Man Musial, and Tom Seaver on the Gold Cups and the All-Star 58. Wow. That's my list. That's my haul from my latest card shop visit, and just wanted to show them to you. And I say thank you again for watching. We'll see you next time.